Guys, if you're watching this video, you're invited to my wedding. It's in 2 years. The only two things we need in order to have this wedding is a venue and a groom. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Aishasibandabusiness, and today I am going to be answering you guys' unpopular assumptions. So before I start this video, I just want to start off by apologizing. I want to apologize because I have abandoned this channel for like a month now, and hey guys, I can't give a good excuse. Like, I can't give a good reason. I can't give anything. And I did promise weekly videos, and look at me now, a month later, like, hi. And guys, I don't want to be one of those YouTubers who like just comes and then I stay for a couple weeks and then I disappear again. I have attachment issues, right? I would not want to get attached to someone who comes and then disappears for a month and then comes again. So I am here to stay, and if I'm ever gonna go on a hiatus, I would inform you guys in advance. But this, guys, it was not planned. It wasn't my fault. I mean, it kind of was my fault, but guys, the reason I have been unavailable or disappeared is basically because of Njolo. Njolo gave me COVID. Hey, guys, I'm not doing well, Shem. But yeah, I'm back with some clarity. I'm back with consistent content. And guys, just please enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, and let's just get right into it, ne? So guys, a month ago, I put up a story asking people to give me their own unpopular assumptions. I put up a story on Instagram and I put it up on Facebook. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. That's where I, interact with you guys more. That's where I can personally talk to my subscribers. So if you have not already, please follow me on Instagram. I would really appreciate it, guys. Like, I have had 10K followers for the last year, and people keep like unfollowing me, and then it goes to 9,999, and I'm like, Jesus. Like, I don't understand. Like, I understand because I'm so inconsistent on Instagram. But guys, come on. I'm trying. Like, I'm genuinely trying. But so please, if you don't already, just follow me on Instagram. I would greatly appreciate it. So the first unpopular assumption I have says, you left Russia because you're pregnant. You left Russia because you're pregnant. And the funny thing is, it's my cousin who left this comment because she like thought I was pregnant. That's the reason I went home. Because I don't know, for you guys who've been following me for a bit longer, there was a time like in March where I went to Botswana for like a month, and I told you guys there was like a problem with my documents, and some people were like, she's probably pregnant. Like, that's what a lot of people were saying back home. And I'm like, guys, come on. No, that was not the case. I was not pregnant. I have never been pregnant. And pregnant for who, guys? At that point, I was so alone. Like, I was so single. Pregnant for who? Like, no, I was not pregnant. So that answers that question. The next unpopular assumption I have says, doing YouTube makes your dating life harder. Guys, the thing is, my dating life has always been hard, ne?
The next thing. Musweting, wako bloka.
Njolo for me, guys, has always been a scam. It's always been so difficult. And at first, I used to be like, oh no, maybe it's because I'm going for a certain type of playboy, dreads, fuckboys, sharp. But now, like, I've adjusted my standards. I'm trying to go for people who seem a bit more mature, who seem a bit more well-rounded. But it's like, I'm already so used to that toxic thing that when a good thing comes around, I'm still thinking, like, even though I might not be saying it, like in my head, I'm still thinking that I don't trust this person, So I'm struggling with the trust aspect, and that's truly what makes Mjolo hard. But I do feel like finding like a relationship since I've done YouTube is like way harder, because sometimes people will text me on Instagram, then I'll go to the person's Instagram and I'm like, wow, this person is so cute, let me talk to this person. And then the person is like, I love your YouTube channel, and I'm like, okay, like I never know how to act, because for me, if you're watching my content on a weekly basis, you're very unhinged. You're very, very unhinged, because why? Like, I don't get it at all. So as soon as the person says, I like your YouTube content, it just makes me think, like, do you like me for me, or do you like me for what you perceive me as on social media, Like, I want someone to approach me knowing nothing about me so that we're starting on a clean slate. But then it's like, if someone already follows my YouTube channel, you already know so much about my personal life, because I talk about a lot of personal things here. So it's like, you have an advantage over me than I have over you, know? Like, you know more about me. So the next unpopular assumption says you're in a secret relationship. And yeah, I feel like my answer, if I had recorded this a month ago and if I'm recording it now, would be two different answers. No, I'm not in a secret relationship. I don't want to talk about it, guys. I really don't want to talk about it because it's just going to make me emotional. So let me just say I'm not in a secret relationship, and like if you had followed me on Instagram, you would know like what's happening in my personal life, or like you're friends with me on Facebook. So I'm not in a secret relationship. Did you guys peep the rainbow eyeshadow? I'm like, cute, right? I tried my best, Jam. The next assumption says you don't like people you don't know. Guys, I don't think this is true, and I don't understand why anyone would think this. Like, I won't say I don't like people I don't know. I don't know people I don't know, so I don't have a reason to have any kind of feelings towards them. Like, I'm neutral until you give me a reason not to be neutral. Like, until you give me a reason to like you or to know you, I'm very neutral about it. Like, there's no feelings whatsoever. So when I meet someone for the first time, I think I come off as very nonchalant a lot of the time. Like, just, hi, how are you doing? Like, but not because I'm just like trying to be rude or anything. Just like, I don't know you. Like, there's nothing we have at that point for me to be too much or to just too little. So like, I feel like I'm calm about it in the beginning until like I assess the situation and I'm like, oh, this is a cool person. And then I start becoming my real self. The next assumption says you're very confident in real life. I feel like it depends, to be honest, because I do think that I am confident in myself. I'm confident in my ability to speak, like even right now. I'm really confident in my personality, but I'm not confident in my relationship with other people. Like, if I'm in a relationship with someone, let's say, for example, like we're dating, whatever, I need you to tell me where I stand. Like, not even like an everyday, like you don't need to Bible it. Like, it just needs to be we're in a good place. Like, those kind of words make me feel like, okay, things are going well. But then if I get none of that, I'm just like, shit. And then I start self-sabotaging. So confident in myself, yes. My relationship with my friends and the people I date, it's iffy. It depends. Like, I would need reassurance at that point, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
So the next unpopular assumption says you're secretly broke. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. I'm broke. Oh my God, cries and broke. Yeah. It's not a secret, guys.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just...
Okay, guys, I'm not broke. I'm not broke. I don't want to act like I have all the money in the world because I don't, but broke is a bit of a stretch. Broke, no. Enough to survive and to live comfortably. Broke. The next assumption I have is that I was popular in high school. I feel like that's relative. Like, what is genuinely popularity? Because I went to Rainbow, right? And we all knew each other. Like, everybody knew who everybody was. But that doesn't mean that one person was more popular than the other. I don't know. I feel like I would have to get the opinion of people who schooled with me at Rainbow. But in my head, I was not popular because I just, nah. Like, I was just there minding my own business. And I was smart. I was smart in high school. I know that. But popular, The next unpopular assumption is I have had or I have a Russian boyfriend. Boyfriend, no. Like, I don't have a Russian boyfriend and I haven't had a Russian boyfriend. I have been on a date with a Russian person, but to proceed to start calling each other boyfriend, girlfriend, no. And not that I'm opposed to it. I don't have a problem with Russian people. And actually, guys, now that I think about it, yesterday, like, I was walking through the park with my friend, and then some other Russian guy was like, oh, can I have your Instagram? And then I visually saw him send a message like, hello, on Instagram. And then today, when I woke up, I was like, where is that person who sent me a message? And like, I checked my message requests. I checked the new people who followed me. I checked everything. And I can't seem to find that person. Like, he vanished into thin air. And I'm like, sir. But it's fine because nothing was going to happen. But I just find it rude. Like, why come and approach me, then take my number, and then... No, he didn't take my number, and then take my Instagram, and then proceed to delete your message. Like, I don't know. Were you dared to do that? I don't know. Or maybe the message request is there. Because have you guys noticed Instagram sometimes shuffles around the message request? Like, it doesn't put them in order of when they were sent. So maybe if I look hard enough, I'll find it. But now the question is, do I care hard enough? The next unpopular assumption is I got a BBL. Really? Really? Stop! You guys are making me shy. Ah! Oh my god. Is it? No. The thing is, I can't afford a BBL, and even if I could, I don't think I get a BBL because I don't know. I don't like how it looks per se. Maybe like I'd get lipo, like in my stomach, you know. But I would not get a BBL. But guys, I can't afford any of these things. Let's start there. I can't afford any of these things, so no, I have not had a BBL. I don't want to say I'm not gonna get one because, you know, you can never predict the future. I said I would not get played by another South African, and here we are. So you can't predict the future, but no, I have not gotten a BBL. So my next assumption says you're bipolar, you hate men, and your favorite color is black. No, my favorite color is pink. It's pink, like, yeah. Everything else, you got me. But the favorite color part, it's pink, so. And it's Barbie season, guys. I don't know if you guys have seen on my Instagram. That's why I say go follow me on Instagram. Because I've been posting more pink outfits. And I'm just feeling it. Because it's like, I've always loved pink. And now it's like in trend. And I'm so happy. Like, I'm like, yes, you know. Because it's my favorite color. And yeah, now I don't feel like a baby wearing it. Because everyone else is wearing it. So yeah. So the next assumption I have says, I hate being in Botswana. Yeah. I don't hate it, and I know I complain about it a lot. Like, I hate how backwards Botswana is for a country with so much money. Like, like the prices of transport. Let me start there. And I understand that the people in transport need to make profit, like the actual combi drivers and whatnot. But guys, come on. Like, when you come to a first world country, it's so difficult to not compare it with where you're coming from. Like, because it's like, where I'm living right now, it's like the government owns the transport system and they just hire drivers, right? So the government sets the rates and then they pay like the drivers a monthly salary. And I feel like that would be so much more profitable. It'll eliminate the thing of like, also, it would like make sure that like everyone is paid the same sharp, but everyone is living comfortably sharp, but the people are also able to afford transport, and then they don't need to constantly take cars and like pollute the environment. Like, people would be more likely to take transport if it was cheaper, and like if the government. These bus drivers' salaries, you find that like it's more when people are going to schools, but it's less when people are not going to schools. And I'm just there like, guys, if the government would just take ownership of that. The taxis, like guys, the taxis are basically owned by the people. Like, they say there's a standard taxi price, there isn't. Like, it depends on the time, it depends on. So that's one thing I hate about Botswana. I hate the transport system. I hate the price of internet. I hate how expensive electricity is. Water I understand, but like my biggest problem is the transport. But yeah, I love Botswana. So the next assumption I have says I have a child. Like, I don't understand. Like, do I give off mom energy? And if I do, like, I'll be so flattered by that, because saying I give off mom energy just says I have a maternal nature. So I really would appreciate that. But then again, I also thought maybe people would assume this because I tend to post my niece a lot. So if I'm posting my niece, people are probably like, oh, that's probably her baby because we kind of look alike. Oh, guys, if you're watching this video, you're invited to my wedding. It's in 2 years. The only two things we need in order to have this wedding is a venue and a groom. If you guys could help me out with any of those things, I'd appreciate it. But you guys are all invited, so let's make it a party, né? But yes, I want to wait until I'm married to have kids, because one thing I know is that Indoda will play you, and until we're living together, there's a ring on my finger, we're stable, I'm not being anybody's baby mama. The next assumption that I have says, are you intelligent? Not really an assumption, more like a question. But yes, I do think I am very intelligent. Like, I'm not even going to be humble about it. I do. That's actually how I got to Russia, like with the scholarship. Even besides the academics, because academics to me is just memory, I do feel like I'm well spoken. I know what I want, and I know how to articulate myself. I know how to articulate my feelings. Like, I know what I'm looking for, and I know the things I want to achieve in this life. So yes, the next one says, I don't care about Instagram anymore. Instagram is frustrating me. It's frustrating me because I don't know, like, it's just about like pictures and like looking pretty and just being all poised and whatnot. And I love how on YouTube, like, people are subscribing to my channel because they like my personality. Like, it makes me feel so good. Because Instagram, it's like, you know nothing about me. Like, you just see a picture, like a picture perfect thing. It's too unrealistic and fake and just not for me anymore, you know? Like, I don't know, that's not what I'm looking for in social media. And of course, it is nice sometimes if you take a nice picture to put it up, but I don't know, like, is that really what we've come to in this life? Like, you're there, you're depressed, you're miserable, and the only thing we care about doing is like showing our friends that we ate at this nice restaurant. Like, is that what our society is turning to? Like, I don't know, I could make this political as well, but I don't know, just Instagram, just the idea behind it doesn't intrigue me as much as it used to. But follow me on Instagram at Aishasibanda, guys. The second to last assumption I have says you're short-tempered. I am short. I'm like 4'10", 11. I'm very short. Tempered, yes. Like, I try to maintain it and I try to give people grace, but I find it very difficult to bite my tongue when you're bullshitting me. So I am short-tempered, and it used to be at the point where when I get upset, I'll like raise my voice, or I'll start yelling, or like start cussing. But now I've realized that like you don't need to like raise your voice or like be rude to get your point across. Like, people are gonna be a lot more understanding if you sit them down and be like, I did not like how you said A, B, and C. I would appreciate if next time you could rephrase it because this made me uncomfortable, instead of being like, why the fuck would you say that to me, you know? So I am short-tempered and I don't have a very high bullshit tolerance, but I do try to give people grace, give people kindness, give people respect, and give people words the way I would like to hear them. The last one says I am an extrovert. No, I'm not. Like, I have such extreme social anxiety now, and I feel like this stems from a relationship I had 2 years ago where a lot just happened, and it just made me feel very anxious around a lot of people, especially a lot of, I don't know, just sometimes I tend to be a little bit anxious. But I feel like your experience with me is gonna depend on who you are. Like, one person could be like, she's the loudest person in the room, and then the next person could be like, she just sat in the corner there and didn't really talk much. It depends on the environment, it depends on who I'm around, and it depends on if I'm intoxicated or not. But I've never been intoxicated. I wouldn't say I'm an introvert either, because I love company and I love talking to people. I would probably, what's the middle one? Is it omnivert? Is that the middle one? Whatever the mix is, that's me. That's me right here. Because introverted sometimes, extroverted other times, but it depends. Oh, and guys, lastly, I just want to tell you guys, I am single now, and it's painful. Like, I'm struggling so hard, you know, because I was in like a relationship recently, and it was like, I thought things were going like okay, you know, and obviously certain things happened, and then yeah. So I am single, and one thing I can say I am going to do moving forward is I am going to give anyone who manages to convince me, because I'm not easy to initially get to be attracted, but anyone who gets me to get into the point of a relationship, I'm putting you on a 1 month trial. And what a 1 month trial basically means is, within this 1 month, I'm just observing your behavior, I'm observing how you treat me, I'm observing everything before I can decide that I'm gonna commit and I'm gonna think. Like, in that 1 month, there's no intimacy, there's no nothing, it's just you grafting. So yeah, that's the standard I've set for myself. And if it's not 1 month thing after the first 1 month, I'm gonna remove myself from the situation. Because listen, guys, as fucked up as my childhood has been, as much as I have had the worst experiences humanly possible, I know how much love I will give to someone one day. I know how caring I can be when I care, and I know how good things can be when they're good, and when I trust you, and when I believe in what we're truly building. Like, guys, I may be sad now over like losing something, but it's like, whose loss really is it, you know? And that's not even like a thing of trying to be cocky, because as girls, we're always like, I deserve this, I deserve that. And it's like, guys, honestly, the only thing we truly deserve is the treatment we allow ourselves to receive, right? If You're gonna be dating fuckboys and they're fucking cheating on you, and you're gonna say, oh, I deserve someone who's loyal, I deserve someone who's this. It's like, no, why are you continuously allowing yourself to ignore red flags and stay with people you can see are exhibiting the same patterns that you initially tried to move on from because you didn't deserve them? But you still go back to the same people, you know? It's like eventually it has to get to the point where you mentally are like, you know what? Maybe I deserve this for allowing myself to ignore these things countless times and expecting different results, you know? Don't do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell myself. So I'm changing my patterns. I'm observing and I'm moving on from the situation and being like, you know what? Fine. Like, it was a relationship and I really cared for this person, and it was short-lived, cool, but I am going to move on and I'm going to focus on my goals, because I have not been posting on YouTube for the last month, and I'm like, no, I need to prioritize my goals. I need to prioritize what I want, and YouTube is what I've always wanted. It's something I'm very passionate about. So guys, I could go on a rant for hours, but you guys are not my therapist, are you? But yes, guys, I am fucking single right now, and I won't say I'm 100% happy, but I will get there and I will find my happiness and I will accomplish every single thing I wish to achieve. I have 1 more year of school left until I graduate, and then the sky's the limit. So guys, I just want to say, if you're going through something, the comment section is perfectly open. I promise you I will respond to your comment. I will be so happy to hear your thoughts, and I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like, I am so sorry I've not been consistent, but you know, I've been trying to be good to myself mentally and also to the person I thought I cared about. I mean, I do care about, and I've been trying to be good to the person that I really did care about. So that's why I may have put YouTube on the back burner, but now I'm back in full swing. So let's just enjoy the rest of our year, enjoy each other. And you know, at first, guys, I was so embarrassed to come on here and even mention, like, you know, my relationship has ended. But then it's like, guys, why should this be embarrassing? You know, I feel like in life we're looking for people we're compatible with. That's the goal, right? To find the person that's most compatible for you, that's most suiting for you. So being in a breakup doesn't mean that anyone is a bad person or anyone deserves anything less. It just means you're not compatible with someone, you know, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to not be compatible with another human being. Like, we're not all gonna fit each other's expectations like a glove. It is what it is. So keep it pushing, keep it stepping, and I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Please don't forget to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe, and if you just hit that share button and click copy link, it helps me out so much in the algorithm. At the time of filming this, we're 3 subscribers away from 500. So if we are not at 500 yet, please share this with one of your friends who would enjoy this type of content. And I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys. Mwah.